What up, guys? It is officially day 5 after Home Depot run number 2 of I don't know how many.
Hi.
Supervisor wanted lunch, so the supervisor's getting lunch. We had to go get some sawhorses and some wood because I didn't have any. But today we are going to lay out the subfloor and get the subfloor and the walls started. That's what we're going to be doing today. All right, so I don't know if you remember from teardown, but the subfloor was all one piece because Coleman made so many of these things. They probably ordered like 6 by 12 or 6 by 13 foot plywood to make this originally. So we're gonna have to improvise. So I might have to add a crossbeam or two. I did a little bit of math. We might have to add something. But today we're gonna try and lay it out so that it all makes sense. All right, so as you can see from the end of the trailer, 4 foot with a regular piece of 4 foot subfloor doesn't have anything to lay on. And if you go all the way up here to 8 foot, it definitely doesn't have anything to lay on, and it's right in the middle of the stairs, so that's a problem. If you go the other way, for instance, I'm pretty sure 4 foot comes to here because we have to make up like 3 inches from the old subfloor. So it doesn't lay in anything, and then 8 foot doesn't lay in anything. We're gonna have to figure out how to lay in a couple of pieces of 4 by 8 ply subflooring to fit. So I'm probably gonna have to add some angle iron or some sort of bracing, and I want steel bracing because I don't want 2 pieces of plywood to just float in midair. They'll squeak, they won't work. The subfloor, when we put the flooring down, won't lay out right. So that's what I'm gonna have to calculate today. Some people have soap on a rope. I got a pencil on a rope.
No, we have a jigsaw for this. And a grinder with a cutting wheel. Guess you're good. Man, do you think I am?
Kind of man. Do you think I am?
Sorry I ever doubt you. I don't mean to.
Woo! Let's see if this fits.
The moment of truth.
Boom, bam, bam. Boom, bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Supervisor wants to be part of this, so here we go. By my calculations, this should fit. Bam, 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 bam. Here, you want to help? Hold it up. Hold it up. You're not holding up. You have to go up. We go down. And then around and down. Boom. All right, safety glasses, everybody. And down. All right. I'm not sure if you can see this behind us, but we're going to go ahead and get this plywood inside before that shows up. So what do you think, buddy? Time to go inside? It was warm out here, but now not so much. So we're going to get inside. I know I said I wasn't going to do wheel wells, but I figure if we do decide to go even bigger tire and maybe even a bigger spring, we still might need a wheel well. So I got some material, and today we're going to cut out some 4-inch high wheel wells. This is what we're dealing with. And because my mind works in 3 dimensions and I can lay a 3-dimension shape into 2 dimensions, I know that my inside wheel well is 25 inches. I also know that my wheel well has to be 4 inches tall. I have a 1-inch flange. I have 13 inches I have to deal with, so minus the 2 inches for the flange, I have 11 inches in between. Draw a center line. I just draw this up. This dimension is the same as that dimension, which is, if we go, let's just start at the 10, we have 6 inches, which means 6 inches from there, there's my flange. So my flange has to be 1 inch. This line, and this line get cut out. This goes away. Over here, same dimension, same dimension, same dimension, and then I will make it again. So first thing we're going to do is just cut this one out, and I'll show you what it comes out to look like. All right, got the Milwaukee shameless plug CGW abrasives. Been using them forever. This is not a paid advertisement, although I wish they would hit me up because that would be awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. Alright, and that's how you bang one out of there. We sliced it up because a lot of people won't have a bender. So you can slice it and get it bent. Then you can come back and weld that up. And if you really didn't want to, you could literally just seam seal this. But I am going to tack this together because this corner needs to come together. So I'm going to take this to work tomorrow and pop that on there. But hey, there's a wheel well. And it's got a 1-inch flange. I'll have to trim that guy off so that she fits all the way down. But look at that. It's all wheel well. Sweet. Now I just got to make another one. Woohoo! Dang. All right, let's see if I can show you exactly how I made this in my head and then transferred it to a plate. Okay, so I know that my side profile is 1 inch, right? So I have a 1-inch flange. So let's look down on this. We got a 1-inch flange all the way down. I wish this was a 1-inch, but it's not. Close enough. All right, so 1 inch. Ooh, I felt that move. So we got 1 inch. So once we bend that 1 inch, now we're working on the side profile. So the side profile was 4 inches, right? So we'll go 4 inches here. We'll go 4 inches here. So I wanted a 4-inch wheel well up. So that's where this is, 4 inches up. So here's our side profile. I know my wheel opening was 25 inches, which is 12.5. So you go 12.5 to center. This is the end of my my opening. So then from there, you just draw down. My marker is dying, go figure. 25 and 25. And then the 1-inch flange. So this is the end of it. With that being said, I need to mark this down, which is 6 inches. So going 6 inches from this direction, right, leaves us to the 1, which gives us a 1-inch flange on this end. So to do the same on this side, gives us the 29 and then a 1-inch flange to 30. That's how I came up with this measurement. So we have a 1-inch flange on here. Let's just, I don't care, 1-inch flange. Okay, the top is 13. So I have a 1-inch flange, a 1-inch flange. 13 minus 2 gives me 11. So I need this guy to go to 31. So that is how I came up with this side right here. 31, which then gives me a 4-inch side and then a 1-inch flange, roughly. Yeah. Come on, guy. Well, that's a little short, but we'll be all right. So 1-inch flange, 4 gives me right there. All right. 1-inch flange, 4 puts me right there. This one's going to be a hair short, I think. Right? Yeah, 1/8 inch. All right, whatever. We're golden, right? Golden, pony boy. So there's your top. There is your 1-inch flange. So I know my wheel well depth was 13 inches. So this is my flange. This would be my vertical. This would be 11 inches. This will be another vertical down. And 1 more inch. That's 21 inches. 1 inch. 4 inch is 5. Plus 11 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Plus 1 is 21. So this is a 21-inch wide sheet. So that's where I get that measurement from. As we turn sideways, knowing that this is my center line, I have a 1-inch flange, 6-inch slope, which brings me to 7. All right. If we go to 7, I have a 16-inch wide wheel well, another 6 inches down, which is 21, plus a 1-inch flange, gives me 23. So that's how I came up with all of these measurements. And then you just have to connect the dots. 25, this should be a 1-inch flange out here, so this would get cut off. I left this long, and I will cut this off after we weld them. But this is 6 inches, so 6 inches and 1 inch, and that's how we came up with this wheel well design. So we're just going to get this one cut out. All right, next we're going to just bend all of the flanges up 90 degrees, hammer and dolly, and then the next part should be pretty easy. You just bend all the sides down and there you go. So we'll go ahead and take this to work tomorrow. We'll give all these little tacky, weld, and then we'll finish these off, and then we'll seal them up, paint them black, and we will have some wheel wells. All right, and here is a side-by-side comparison of the old wheel well to the new wheel well. I don't know what this is, but it's considerably higher than the new one, which is going to give us a lot more cabinet space inside once we have the cabinets built. Forgot. Now that we have wheel wells, I got to cut holes in this one so the wheel wells fit. So we got them all marked out. We're gonna go ahead and get these cut. And I measured twice, so I'm probably gonna have to cut like 3 times, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut them. All right, so we got all the subfloor done. It's all cut in. Looks pretty awesome. Mama did the first one in this undercoating. It's a lot. It's a lot. They don't have it in a quart. We wanted to roll something on there. Couldn't find it. So we're gonna go to plan B. I did find some POR 15. POR 15. We use it on chassis. It's a rust preventative. Although I did read that it would work great for sealing off the bottom of this wood without doing any kind of distortions or swelling or anything like that. So we are going to use that POR 15 and roll it onto the bottom of the subfloor. She also wants to do the bottom of the beds, which are out there in the yard, because those are exposed wood when you're in the elements and it's open. So we're going to do those as well. I also managed to go through my cabinet and I found some Herculiner. So we're going to do the inside of these here wheel wells with some Herculiner. And that's going to be the task for the rest of this afternoon. We're going to roll it on, we're going to edge it, we're going to do the bed, the subfloor. I'm going to seal off these wheel wells and paint them with Herculiner, and then all of that stuff will be done tomorrow. We'll get the deck screwed down. I'm so excited. Let's get this going. All right, I know this is going to be really quick, but we got these things coated, because if you can see, that's rain. So we got these things undercoated. I used that Herculiner that I had. I don't even remember where I got it, but we just brushed it on both sides. And it is looking like it's going to rain for quite a few days, so we are going to stop on the trailer. We are not going to put the subfloor in because I don't want it to get rained on for a week. So we're going to go back to that. We also read that the peel and stick flooring that we are going to be using creates its own water barrier, and it also says that it adheres the best to straight to the subfloor. So we are not going to be coating the top of our OSB because it doesn't want to be coated. Also, with the rains coming, we got the garage cleaned out. We got that Jeep outside because we're going to be bringing that Jeep in. Seeing as though we got to work inside for probably in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be working on that guy. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll return to the camper here in a week or two as soon as the rain stops. See ya.